Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your August reading. Great to see you all again, and just a reminder that all of these monthly videos can be used for your sun, for your rising, and also for your moon sign. With that being said, we have a very interesting month ahead of us. As you've been probably gathering if you've watched other of my monthly videos, there is a retrograde and an eclipse, but you probably also noticed that I approach these with a sense of cautious curiosity. It's not something to worry about too much, but there is a lot of potential for change and for shifting, and that's what we want to keep our eye on this month. Your channeled information is to work hard, and not just work hard, but really strive towards any stretch goals that you have in your life. Particularly something in your career, or if you're like an athlete and you wanted to run a marathon, this is the month to really start to put together the seeds, do the research, start the training, etc. So I have twofold message here. It says strive and thrive. I really want you to feel the energy and the potential of what you're doing as you strive towards that goal. And so this might mean creating some sort of a timeline or a checklist so you can see the progress as you make it, but definitely work towards long-term goals this month. It's going to be very productive despite all of the cosmic events. Let's go ahead and shuffle the deck and see what additional information comes through for you. If you're brand new, I want to say welcome. If you've come back, then just thank you so much for your monthly support. But it still helps to kind of describe how I organize the video. I start off with that channeled information, and then I take a look at the overall spread for the month, showing me what the main themes are, and then I expand it to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. All right, let's pull one additional card. This is what I call the catalyst, and the catalyst not only sets the action for the month, but also connects everything together. So one thing that I want you to focus on is being an agent of peace, both in your own life and if there's any sort of conflicts around you. And this basically says I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. That's a great mantra to have. The other thing here with this card is that when you decide not to engage in other people's conflict, or when you decide not to get into that agitation of fear, of anger, of sort of negative or lower frequency communication, then by default you have more energy. You also kind of lift everyone up around you. So this is what's going to also help you put the energy into working, into striving and thriving. All right, let's now take a look at the cards themselves. Right at the center we have the Prince of Pentacles. This is about forward momentum when it comes to work, and that really was that supports nicely the channeled information. On top of that we have Queen of Wands. So your biggest asset this month is not just that you can make great strides, but it's sharing big ideas. Queen of Wands is good at managing groups of people. It's also a card that is well adept at developing ideas. So if you ever thought of being a producer in your life, whether it's a producer of content like we're doing here, a producer on television, or just taking something that you want to create in the world and seeing it through the distribution process, more like manufacturing, this is a really good month to see that goal to its end. As I look at what's been leading up until this month, we have the Three of Wands, and you've done a pretty good job of juggling priorities. You should start to see a return on it this month, because this was your past, and usually Three of Wands over the next quarter of the year you start to see a return. So this should be the beginning of those sort of thriving months. So I think that we're in August, September, October. All 3 months should start to show growth and any sort of return on what you've done. And if you for some reason dragged your feet a little bit, this is the month to really dig them in and make some work happen. All right, we have King of Wands in reverse during the first week, and also contributing to the energy of the first week. The reversal is saying that you don't want to second guess yourself. You also don't want to close out new ideas. A lot of times with this card in reverse, people will offer great insights, but you may not be in a place where you want to receive it. So I'm encouraging you to keep an open mind and to allow for the flow of ideas to be as fluid and open as possible. Really good month for you when it comes to relationships. So if you're in an existing one, you can strengthen it. If you're looking for new ones, I feel like You will have a chance to meet people, probably through social activities like something related to a work gathering. But it feels like there's more balance in your social endeavors and your family life than I've seen in a lot of other signs this month. So just take care, take time with your partner. That's also what I see in this card. So don't be shy. It's a good month to balance out your work. We see a lot of positive energy going into that, but try to have some fun as well. As we get to the third and fourth week of the month, we have the King of Cups in reverse, which is reminding you not to act on emotion, especially when it comes to decision making. And it's also about taking time to, if there's anything that's frustrating going on, trying to release that pressure valve before something comes out in a way that you don't want it to. And you don't really want these words to spill out. So I would say this is a great month to pause before you have a difficult conversation, to really think about who you're speaking to and if it's important for you to communicate it in the way you're communicating it. So use your words is a really easy way to say that. When I look at your ego at the moment, there is a sort of question of, are you happy with where you're at? I see a lot of success. I see a lot of goals that you might be trying to chase down. But for some of you, the Seven of Swords, it's a card of maybe not feeling like you fit in with the group that you're in, or maybe feeling like you are on a path that made sense originally, but now you're finding like a sense of, I won't say agitation, it's impatience or urgency. So what you want to do with that, as I look at your environment card, is it's really important to make a decision. We have Judgment here. And the interesting thing with Eon attached to that, that's about time. That's about the passage of time. I think a lot of this has to do with, where do you see yourself in a couple of years' time? I mean, that's a standard interviewer question, but it's also a really good life planning question when you're outside of the, being interviewed. What do you want to do? Because your focus, your intention is, I've talked in some other signs this month, that might be the most important thing that you could do, is to communicate with your heart, with your mind, to the universe. This is what I want, or I'm ready for this, or I'd like to allow for a shift to happen here. When I look at what your fear is, or where your opportunity is this month, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So one thing that I see with this is, I don't want you to limit yourself. Don't think too small. And when it comes to areas of financial growth and also spending, this is a very important month for you to save much more than you spend. I feel like there's been positive strides made with, for those of you that have had any sort of debt or debt reduction, you're doing a good job getting ahead. For those of you that maybe have never had issues with debt, you're just not seeing your profits where you want them to. So I want you to focus on what aspects of your business and your life can either be adjusted, trimmed, or reorganized so that you're seeing the growth and you're seeing the stability that you want. And when it comes to ideation and brainstorming, you have to be bold in your long-term plans. Again, with all of the cosmic things happening, probably not the month to initiate these changes, but it's a really good month for doing competitive research and for looking at what's out there. For those of you that are not in business and are just looking at maybe where you want to go to college, or if you're retiring and thinking about what you want to do with your time, this is also about not limiting those options. You want to really create as wide a circumference of searching and opportunities as possible. Allow the limiting to happen after you've sent out an application or after you've reached out and talked to someone. But don't let anybody talk you out of what you can do, and don't let anybody stand in the way of your potential. So, including yourself. What I see at the overall energy of the month and trajectory of the month is a place of fulfillment. This is one of the best spreads I've seen for any sign during this month. So I would say for you, there's a lot of shifting going on with relationships, however. We see an outcome card with Prince of Cups and a crowning card with the Ten of Cups, but there's some decisions that you need to make on priorities. For some of you, are you going to put more energy into relationships? Because I see a little bit of tension there. It's good towards the beginning, but the middle of the month you might need to spend more time at home or spend more time dating if that's what you're looking to do. For others of you, there's some big business decisions to be made. And again, with that, don't limit yourself. All right, let's expand the forecast and take a look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. We'll start off first with the health card, and this is going to show you your mind, body, and spiritual aspects of your life. And for you this month, the message of health is abundance. So I want you to know that if there's anything that you're trying to affect as far as change goes in your life, particularly in your health, this is a great month to do so. The other thing with this being the green man, which I associate with the Fool in tarot, it's also a great time for you to focus on getting out and moving, working in the, not only in nature, but if you have a garden or some sort of area where you can be with trees, be with the earth, it's going to be a grounding element that's going to be very good for you. And finally, I want you to increase your intake of leafy green vegetables, particularly the darker leafy green vegetables. And that's going to be very beneficial for your health. Let's now take a look at your overall career and wealth opportunities and see what's coming through for that. And your wealth card this month has to do with finding new ways to either rejuvenate your funds or to, we were talking about this, to grow your financial opportunities. So overall, this is a card of growth, but it's a card of growth by taking things that aren't working, in some cases investments, moving them around or selling them. And the other thing for you is there's a lot of heart energy with that green here, and there's also a lot of intuitive energy here with the blue. And so what I want you to do is combine that, what you're really feeling on a heart level and what you're thinking, and there has to be a marriage of the two. It can't just be a practical decision when it comes to your money. This has to be something that brings you, maybe your partner, joy and satisfaction in your life as well. Let's take a look now at, we looked at health, wealth, let's take a look at love and relationships and see what is coming through there. On the relationship front, we're looking at change. We have the transformation card here. But what I like about this one is it says there are blessings in the changes that are coming through. So for some of you, this may be a change in relationship status. With the crowning card of 10 of Cups, this could mean new people coming into your life. And again, it's coming from you not necessarily having to join Match.com or something. This is more you attend a work gathering, you go to a graduation, you support a friend who's doing well at some sort of a recital. Whatever it is, you're going to meet someone organically. For those of you that are single, this is a chance to meet them. It's also a chance, in your social circles to see growth. And where this can really be beneficial is when you're looking for a new job or you're looking for some way to possibly grow your personal goals and career, you really want to lean on that network. It's another message that's been both persistent and almost across all of the signs this month. I want you to be a little bit kind, though. I'm going to say this here when we're looking at love. Kind with yourself, because we have the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, and this feeling for some of you being isolated. So if you feel like you're not fitting in, this is a month when you really want to look and think to yourself, is it because I'm not putting the effort forward, or am I just not part of this tribe? Should I look elsewhere? Should I start to find new activity groups or a new place to work? So there is going to be that opportunity as well. So we just looked at health, wealth, love. Let's take a look at your destiny card and see how you're tracking overall energetically. Your destiny card this month is about opportunity. We have the Two of Flames here, the Two of Wands. And what this is showing me is the next 2 months for you, this is where I do see that thriving period. I want you to stay focused, though. What's missing in this card, and actually you do see it in the background, is a sense of not just grounding, but grounding in something solid where the idea is headed. So normally we see someone holding the globe. I want you to keep your attention focused on the end goal. And even if there's a minor setback, and I really don't see many for you this month, I want you to feel like you've seen enough progress, or you understand why you're working towards that goal, and don't let go of it. All right, now let's include a bonus card this month This is tuning into the energy of all of these cosmic events, the retrograde and the eclipse. And for you, the blessing or the opportunity that it's bringing is a chance for you. For some of you, this might be a change in job. You might lose a job, leave a job, or decide to start something new because we have this creation card coming through here. And if you're going to be a creator or a proprietor of your own work, usually that means you do it on your own. So for some of you, you might be thinking of new ways to be more independent or to take more of an active or decision-making role when it comes to your career or your life. This can be, for some of you, a chance to start a family, whether it's a child, a lover, or it could also be a pet. And what you want to do with this is to meditate on it before it happens. Before my little puppy came into my life, I spent a long time thinking about, am I ready? What kind of dog would I like? And more importantly, I'll do a video sometime about this, but I put a prayer out to the universe about the qualities of the animal that I was looking for. I was looking for a loving animal, something that was kind, that was ready for, to receive love in its life as well. And then other things about it, about its behavior, about its temperament, about the way it would treat other people. And I kind of compiled how this would look and feel, and then I really just connected with the soul energy. So for those of you, particularly expectant mothers or even fathers, I want you to sort of feel, think, and imagine what that energy of your new child, your new pet, or even your new partner would be. And in that moment, send it love and say, I'm ready for you. It took a year and a half for me to find the right soul and the right energy, but when I did, I knew that was it, and it was an immediate sort of recognition. So just know that creator card can also be about you stepping into a possibility, a shift in how you live your life with or without somebody. All right, so let's now take a quick look at all of the cards and messages in this review here. The channeled information was to not be afraid to work hard. If you strive, I feel like there'll be a very positive return on that effort, so don't be afraid to work hard. Your catalyst card was to live and also communicate in a sort of frequency of peace, avoiding unnecessary conflict and trying to approach things with a very even temperament. As we look at the Celtic Cross, a lot of great opportunity with business, with the Prince of Pentacles at the center, Queen of Wands as well. So great time to expand on your ideas, to see them multiply, to see them be delivered. Also, I feel a lot of you have already done some of the homework and legwork to make this happen. The only challenges, though, are to allow for the continual flow of energy and ideas from others to come into your life, and to make sure that you're making enough time with partners in your life. If you're single, it's also about just having some time for enjoyment with friends, and also just taking time to decompress with yourself. King of Cups in reverse, trying not to say anything that you regret, not acting in a place of emotionally driven sort of decision making. And if you're feeling like you're not fitting in, ask yourself, is it because you really are ready for a shift to move out of that, or is it just because you're not feeling like that's a priority right now? Don't limit yourself when it comes to possibilities with financial growth or with ideas in your life. Remember to make that circle of opportunity as wide as possible. For some of you, there may be a very strong water sign that comes through in the form of a Prince of Cups. And if that's the case, this is a creative type. But it can also be an expression of your energy, showing really good expression of not just ideation, but artistic energy too. And even if you're a creative type, this can mean creative business ideas. So perhaps a different way of delivering a product or producing a product. And this is what sets you apart from other people. So feel free to exercise your creativity no matter what your walk of life is. The expanded forecast for health is to not only eat green vegetables, but also get outside around nature. I want you to surround yourself with as much light and life as possible. And also, please get outside and walk. That's the other thing that comes through with that. For wealth, it's a chance for anything that's stagnant to become rejuvenated. but this also involves moving around investments. This month is more about the research. Next month is more about making decisions based on the research. When we're looking at love relationships, it's going to be a shift for many of you. This could be a shift towards entering or towards leaving a relationship. You can still deepen an existing relationship, but there should be some sort of a transformation happening. If you're feeling stagnant, embrace the sort of cosmic energy that we talked about, and I'll review in a moment, and allow for that shift to happen. If you're happy, then again, remember, it could just be time to try something new with your partner, a vacation or a different sort of date night, etc. Keep your eye on the prize. That's really what we're seeing with the Destiny card. As long as you don't lose sight of your destination, you will continue to track well. If you get distracted, however, some of this trajectory could slow down. The sort of bonus card this month is to use the extra energy of the eclipse and the retrograde to create something new. My dog's no longer in the background, but that can be something like a pet, a child, or a new project that you want to bring into creation. But spend some time this month not actually creating it, but dreaming about it. Retrogrades are especially good for the research and the basically the nurturing of an idea. And then next month will be fantastic for executing it, particularly since we're seeing the 3 and the 2 of Wands showing growth over the next 2 to 3 months. So that summarizes everything that came through for the month of August. Overall, a very good month for you, one of the best I've seen so far. A lot of energy in both business and relationship growth and change. And there is opportunity for new love to come in. I am sensing more of a water or creative energy with that. But what's more important is for you to decide what you want in your life and what you want to spend your energy on. That's really where I see you looking at the environment at the moment. So hopefully this answered all of your questions, but if you ever want more advice on your own situation, on your own life, I do offer one-on-one consultation. So there's a button at the end of the video and you can click for more information. I also have links at the bottom of the video, and not only for rates and availability, but you can also connect with me on social media. Feel free to join me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you'd like, I have a newsletter which lets you know when videos like these are produced. Another way to do that is simply to connect with the subscribe button or the little bell icon, which will send you an email when there's new videos that are posted. Finally, this is a viewer-supported channel, so if you like what you see and you'd like to support it, I do welcome that, but it's not at all required. I like to end every video with gratitude, so I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the likes, the subscribes, and the support that all of you have given me over the past few years. I really do appreciate it, and it really does keep me going from month to month. So from my heart to yours, I hope that this month offers the growth that I'm sensing in business, the opportunities that I see in potentially growing your family or growing a project. And I really hope that you find what you're looking for when it comes to your creative endeavors this month. So I wish you much love and light, and I'll see you again in next month's monthly video. Take care. Bye-bye.